Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we got a surprise patch in Hearthstone. You might have heard me yesterday. I heard some rumblings about a surprise patch, a hotfix that nerfed a card, Fate Splitter, or did it? We'll talk about that. You'll also note, why do I have a Twist Legend rank right now when Twist isn't even live? Well, we got a big update on the upcoming Twist season and how some rank stuff will work and hopefully make the mode a little bit smoother. We're going to go over all those updates in today's video. And if you feel like I've earned your subscription and you enjoy the content on the channel, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like. It helps us out a lot. So yeah, why do I have this rank? Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's get straight into that hotfix. Play Hearthstone tweeted this out. Our latest server-side update 27.2.1 is now live with Battlegrounds anomaly changes, Battlegrounds armor changes, arena updates, a big arena update at that, and bug fixes. And if you go to the patch notes, which I'll link below because we're not going to go like super in depth about the Battlegrounds changes, this is the patch notes. It's funny how they have these patch notes. They have the official ones like on the news, the actual website, which you can find like on the BattleNet thing here, right? Like these patch notes, and then these are just buried in the forums. It's like, how many of you would ever find this stuff? But yeah, anyways, Battleground updates. There's some armor updates. Some heroes have less armor, some heroes have more armor. They change some anomaly update and all of that. So if you want to take a look at, you know, if they bring in the buddies and false idols anomalies will appear more frequently, you can take a look at that. However, arena updates, and no, this isn't really addressing the whole botting situation, which is still, I played arena after this hotfix went live, and just facing those super drafts, man, it's like I can't even tell that there were changes yet. Hopefully you guys can avoid that, but there are significant arena updates. Basically, the arena offering rates have been adjusted. First, Titans cards, and I believe that's the expansion, not the legendary Titan minions themselves. Cards no longer have an offering bonus, so you are not more likely to see Titans cards than you were before. The odds of what expansion you'll get will be split, you know, evenly amongst all the expansions as long as they have the same offering rate, which I assume they will. So first off, that'll make you a lot less likely to be offered a Titan legendary, so hopefully you'll be running into that less, but you will be likely drafting it less. However, this is also a very significant change where class cards across all classes, every class will fall under these rules, will appear less frequently. The power level of decks is just going to go down immediately with that change because class or neutral cards are just weaker than class cards. And I did a draft after this hotfix went live, and yeah, there was a lot more garbage neutral options, especially when there are some wild sets active currently right now in the arena metagame. It makes the drafts a lot worse, but it also makes the disparity between like the good decks and the bad decks even larger. So when I face those super drafts that people are playing, it's even more unwinnable. But I think it's a good change. I feel like the power level in arena has gotten so out of control that I'm personally on board for it. I just hope it's not too few of class cards. I hope it's a happy medium where it's not just like, oh, I just never see class cards. Like when we had dual class arena not that long ago, and it used to be like, oh, I get no class cards in my dual class deck. What is the point of the dual class, right? So we'll have to see how it plays out. But on my initial draft, I saw a lot more neutrals, but I did get a lot of class cards too. So be aware of that. And then they also did specific outlier cards have been adjusted to make Warlock, Shaman, and Death Knight less powerful and to make Demon Hunter, Paladin, Druid, and Priest more powerful. They never really specifically say what they're going to boost and what they're going to nerf, but basically, if you take a look at HS Replay, you see the win rates of the classes. Yeah, they're going to try and bump these down, and they're going to try and move these up. That's the idea, because yeah, these three classes are so far behind that you just feel absolutely terrible drafting them. So hopefully that'll even it out. And then after that, there's a bunch of bug fixes, but this is where that nerf comes into play. This nerf to Fate Splitter. The rest of the changes are to Battlegrounds. You want to take a look, again, patch notes in the description below. But what I want to focus on is fixed a bug where Fate Splitter, so this 3-mana epic, that basically, whenever it dies, you get the card that killed it, right? Basically, it would always give from the other side this 10-mana Shaman spell when it was summoned by it. Now, if Fate Splitter attacks a minion and dies from that combat, it will give that minion. So it's forced to attack into a minion, it hits into it, it dies from it, it'll get that minion. That's how you read the card. That's how it should work when you look at it, right? Like, that's what I thought. I think that's what most people thought, but no, you would just get from the other side. Basically, now it'll give that minion, right? And it will still give from the other side if it dies from the other side's effect. Basically meaning it spawned onto the board and it doesn't hit into another minion and die. Maybe the board's empty or other minions hit into stuff and there's nothing left for it to hit in. Then you'll get it back and then you can replay it because from the other side is a copy of a minion. So it created this infinite loop that people really enjoyed. It wasn't a top tier deck by any means. And a lot of people are like, does Blizzard hate fun? There's this Reddit thread of Blizzard hates fun confirmed outlining this patch note. And I mean, the top comment here, which I just agree with, I mean, this matches what the text says, and I prefer the card to do the thing that it was written on them. I know maybe they could like rewrite the card to make it work. I don't even know how you would do that, but yeah, it's clearly a bug, and it's just that's the way it is. Clark Hellscream again. Why is Shaman not allowed to have fun decks? I gave the whole yeah Reddit reaction as well. If it was a bug, they fixed it. At least people got to have fun with it while it lasted, because it wasn't a clear outlier. All you got to do is search Shaman decks on HS Replay by the lowest win rate, and yeah, you would find the big Shaman decks at the bottom. They were not exactly great, but overall, it was obvious that this wasn't the intended, the intended thing they wanted from this card. And I agree, it should be fixed. I played that card in duels today, and it died from one drops with Bandabees, and I got no cards because the Bandabees was attributed. So it's still bugged in some ways. Very niche outlier situation in duels, but yeah, be aware that card was fixed, and there's no dust refund for it because that's just literally how the card was supposed to work. So hopefully you didn't craft that epic with just that in mind, because yeah, you're kind of stuck with it as it's currently not really a meta player. The whole twist thing, my twist legend rank, what is that all about? Well, Celestalon tweeted this out in preparation for Twist full launch on September 1st, and that will be at midnight Pacific time when the season, basically whenever the season reset happens in your region, whether EU, Asia Pacific, or the America server, it will start. So I might do a midnight stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna wait until it's good, my normal stream time. But yeah, when that goes live, they have set everyone's Twist MMR to the highest of their beta twist, wild, or standard MMR. So let's say you're a legend player in standard, you will get that multiple 9-star multiplier. That's where it's going to be capped at. So nobody will have more than 9, and the minimum is always 2. And basically, good luck climbing the twist ladder. And Celestalon said, one more note, copying your MMR from other formats doesn't necessarily mean that you'll have the same star bonus, since the MMR star bonus conversion varies by format, and copying MMR doesn't include stuff like rank floors. So just be aware, whatever your best rank is, you'll have a related, or at least a very similar star bonus for Twist if you decide to play it when it goes live. And that should help with queue times, because I was a person that had a relatively high wild rank. That's what it was based on last time. And I was getting like really, really long queues to the point I couldn't play the mode. A lot of high legend wild players just couldn't get games. So hopefully this will help with the queue times. And yes, Ridiculous Hat did note, if you're seeing a weird Twist rank right now, especially legend rank, that's because of this change noted by Celestalon. It's an unusual symptom of having a closed season, and it'll fix itself when rank rolls over on the 1st. However, I disagreed that I earned this rank. Don't diminish my accomplishments. You're just jealous, Ridiculous Hat. You're just jealous because I don't know. I'm just being a sarcastic little baby. Anyways, yeah, so that's an update on the Twist season. I think tomorrow we're going to do a tier list on all the Caverns of Time cards to kind of hype stuff up. And then I think Monday, I'm finally going to give a meta dive on why the Hunter nerfs literally just did like absolutely nothing. And we'll talk about that. So we got lots to go over, as well as, of course, we'll hype up the Twist stuff as that will go live next week. So lots to talk about. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.